section of eastbound Highway 4, probably about 10 miles west of Copperopolis. Speed limit goes up to 65, and I don't know if you can see it in the frame, but it really is a nice, it's right here at the Calaveras County line right now. This is a very nice open strip of highway. There is, of course, oncoming traffic, but the view is wonderful heading up into the Sierra Foothills. And the only thing that isn't fun about this are occasional passing on both sides. You can see coming up, you've got some traffic, and you can see people tailgating, and you know they're going to jump out at any second, so you've got to keep your eye on that. But you know, if you're any type of trained or experienced driver, of course you know that. But right now I'm doing about 75. I see some oncoming traffic, so I'm definitely going to keep the speed down. You never know if it's a CHP, and I'm coming up on a truck. One of the strategies to use on these highways is to, when you have a chance, catch up with the slow-moving vehicle, and then when you get a passing lane, of course, you can get around them. So you can see I'm accelerating up the hill pretty good. I like to catch up with the slow-moving vehicles, so when I get a good chance to safely pass, I do. But regardless of you know, your driving posture, this really is a nice drive. Approaching up here shortly a vista point where you can look west out into the Central Valley. Also, you see a lot of these typical Sierra Nevada Foothills oak trees just scattered all over the countryside, which is just absolutely beautiful. I might pan around, maybe you can catch this scene here if it doesn't underexpose. Might not be able to see that because of the sun, but see right now I'm coming up on this shredded vehicle, and typically what happens up here is you're driving along, you're enjoying your drive, and then you get stuck behind some truck. But in any case, the guy was generous enough to let me by. And then this is heading on up towards Copperopolis. Here on the right, you'll see the blue guide sign says Vista. This is the Vista Point. It's pointless to turn the camera around and look back. Maybe I'll catch that in another clip someday. But this is essentially a summit, and then you do a nice downhill run into Copperopolis. This is really beautiful countryside up here. I mean, just I have to do this every day, but truly for a scenic drive, if you have a convertible, you know, drive up here in the evening, in the morning. It's a little rough in the afternoon, particularly during the summer. It gets pretty hot. I've taken my fifth wheel trailer over this route. It was a little steep. Took it from Stockton all the way up into Angels Camp, and then up into the Bear Valley up there on Evans Pass. But in any case, it really is a beautiful drive. I have noticed on this particular section of highway here, as you come around this turn, the CHP likes to sit down on the side. So you got to watch your speed. It's easy to sit on 70 miles an hour, 65, 70, and you can get ticketed sometimes, especially during these years of budget cuts. They like to pick us off, free money for the government. Here's Horseshoe Drive. Highway 4, and typically you would go up to O'Byrne's Ferry Road, which is ultimately my destination. But before O'Byrne's Ferry Road, there's this new little development they built with kind of an antique vintage look. It looks kind of like something that perhaps should have been built on the East Coast maybe 100, 150 years ago. But anyway, it's Little John Road, and I'm going to go ahead and turn right here. And then I'm going to turn left on Reed's Turnpike. I'll use another clip for that. But you'll see a big, nice sign that says Copperopolis. You'll see that coming up in the middle of the frame. And then I'll do a pan of this new development over here. Which you can see there's a Shell station off to the left. And there's this neat little town up here. Copperopolis Town Square, I think they call it. Maybe sometime I'll drive through there when I have more time. They've got a little coffee place, and you know, it really is quite interesting. So now I'm turning left onto Reed's Turnpike, and I'm going to use another clip.